All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for another food review here on my YouTube channel. Hope you all are having a great Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's when I'm recording this in 2026. And I gave in to some Delicious Temptations. Yes, that is a restaurant in Little Rock, Arkansas. It is on Uber Eats as well. So in the midst of making a grocery order from Aldi's, which does deliver through Uber Eats now and don't have to worry about going through Instacart to get food from them now, I went on ahead and got that scheduled a little bit later for today to go on ahead and save a little bit, because they're running a promo, at least on my Uber Eats, where schedule something for later, you get a discount. And then also saw where if you did a priority order, you could get a discount. So I figured schedule the grocery order for a little later from Aldi's. And I made the mistake of going to the grocery store while hungry. Well, wasn't too bad. I don't think I really splurged too much. And thankfully, Aldi's, their prices are pretty decent. So thankfully, most of the time I've been to Aldi's, I can usually get out of there in under, I've usually spent less than $200 there for any of my grocery runs on there, even back when I was getting it off of Instacart. And of course, I always love anytime there's discounts, and things like that. So that definitely helps out for sure. And plus, Aldi's has great prices on their products. But anyway, y'all want to hear about this Delicious Temptations here. For those of you who are not familiar, Delicious Temptations is a restaurant in Little Rock, Arkansas, as I mentioned earlier. It is one that myself and a lot of my friends and Toastmasters over the last nearly 2 years of being in Toastmasters have gone to, especially my friend, the late great Adrian Duncan. We always like going there with him. So today, we've got some pineapple juice here, which is very good. They have some great pineapple juice. I figure I'd get that because I'm always usually having like orange juice or cranberry juice or something like that. So I figured do something a little different, have pineapple juice. And I always like having pineapple juice while in school. So it's definitely awesome. Got some fruit here. And their breakfast burrito and salsa. Now, I have had different products on their menu, which, I've been to Delicious Temptations many a time. So I've had their lunch items with like their big plates, with their steak and their quiche and different things like that. And I've also had some of their breakfast items. And one thing in particular that stood out to me is I figured I'd go ahead and get the breakfast burrito today because I've had their Philly cheesesteak burrito before and it was awesome. I mean, especially those of you from Philadelphia and all in that area of the country, I know y'all really take that very seriously, y'all's Philly cheesesteaks and all, which I do look forward to trying whenever I'm in the Philly area eventually at some point in the future. But we're going to have some fruit here, which I've had their fruit before from Delicious Temptations, and it is awesome. Normally, if you get a breakfast burrito, normally you get like a breakfast tater tot casserole, or you get like some hash browns usually. But I went on ahead and splurged today, and especially to get this priority order discount, I had to spend at least around $25. So I went on ahead and splurged and went with a healthier option, the fruit, for my side dish, which their fruit is really amazing. They have some other different great drinks and all there. If you are into adult beverages, they do have that. They do have coffee there, which is really amazing. So essentially, you know, take your pick. I was pouring out this salsa here, and they do have great salsa. I've had their salsa before. It's great. There, might add a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce to it, because I always like a little hotter salsa. But they do have great desserts too. They have a great pecan pie. They have some great sweet bread. And they even have like some Rice Krispie treats and stuff you can get too there that are really amazing. Yeah, there's the breakfast burrito here. So we're going to dig on in. First, go ahead and get it all in there. Now that is one delicious breakfast burrito, and I love a good breakfast burrito. I almost got that the other day when I tried the Southern Hopes restaurant this past weekend, but I was really craving pancakes and all that day. So definitely a great choice. I mean, if you're ever in the Little Rock area, Delicious Temptations is a great choice to visit if you're looking for a great breakfast or brunch or lunch spot to eat at. The staff there are very friendly, and they will make sure you are well taken care of as well. The way, you know, is I don't know if I've ever really explained to anybody who may be wondering, like, how do I start, like, get on Uber Eats and start taking advantage of, like, different deals and stuff on there. So I'll go ahead and go through that real quick before I end this video. But if you have never gotten on Uber or Uber Eats and you live in an area that Uber does service, you can go onto your app store on your iPhone or on your Droid, your smartphone, and download the Uber and Uber Eats apps. And what you will do is you will go through the steps that it tells you. You know, asks for your basic information, you know, your name, email, and phone number, things like that. And it will also require you have a payment option, like whether it be your bank card, credit card, like if you have an Apple card or if you have some other credit card, and you'll put that in and you'll be able to get started. Whether you are needing a ride somewhere and you start there, or if you're wanting to, get some groceries or some from the convenience store, or food from a restaurant for dinner or for whatever meal it may be for at that time of day. You just go on there and they have the menu laid out for you, and you just go on to whatever items you are needing, like from the store or what you're wanting to purchase from a restaurant. And if there's any options like to change anything or what have you, you know, they'll have, like, if it's a required option or something. And you'll add the item, the product, to your cart. And once you have put everything that you need in your cart, you'll go and check out. And that's where you will see, like, the taxes, where, if there's a delivery fee. Now, if you are an Uber One member, a lot of times you do not have to worry about a delivery fee. So that is definitely a blessing there. However, you will, after you're all right with whatever money you're spending on your groceries or meal or what have you, you will then click on the checkout option, you know, after you see everything broke down, and it'll have where you put in what you want to tip your driver, and it'll give you a few different options you can choose from there. And it'll tell you like how much money each option is, and you just click one and you just click the option there at the bottom after you've selected what tip amount you want to give the driver, and you know, submit the order. You'll be ready to go, and they will let you know like what's going on. Like if it's a grocery order, some from like a convenience store, something, they'll let you know and tell you like, you know, your shoppers just started shopping, or your shopper has finished your order, like they're on the way, or you know. And there's like in the app you'll be able to like follow along like whenever they're on their way to you. And they do have, when it comes to delivery, you have like the standard delivery, and you do have a priority where it does cost a little more. Now, sometimes they may give a discount where you don't have to worry about paying that. I mean, there's many different discounts they give, like on different food, different places that are on Uber Eats. I will tell you, like, if you do go on there to purchase alcohol, which here in Arkansas, you really can't get alcohol on Uber Eats. Now, other places I've been to, like in DC or places like that, you can purchase alcohol. I know, like, I have friends up north who, you know, they'll get stuff like that off of Uber Eats because, you know, up there, the laws are different. However, there are different like regulations and terms and conditions and all, but I will tell you, being an Uber One member does pay off, especially if you use Uber a lot for rides or for both like ordering food or groceries. I know I have saved a ton of money being an Uber One member these past few years. And, you know, I'm very thankful I've been able to get my channel back up and going here the last few months, because it's really great to do these videos for you guys and put information out here. That way y'all know what's going on, how to do like different things, and, you know, like recommendations that I have for different places. So, I hope that all of you have enjoyed this video. Y'all learned a thing or two, and that y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless.